Happy Halloween! Ow, 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 bit my tongue. How do people wear these things? Yes, it's Halloween time where we talk about the spooky things. However, I'm not necessarily the biggest horror fan. They don't do much for me. So, let's take this time to talk about Gravity Falls. Again, Gravity Falls gives us a wide variety of monsters here. Funny to frightening, creative to insightful, and let's talk about the best. Now, I'm not including any humans, or those I consider humans. Also, I'm basing this list off of episodes before Little Gift Shop of Horrors, because they're still releasing new episodes and I have to start somewhere. Now, let's go! Sorry if I get the name wrong. The Gremoblin, Gremoblin. Boss Mabel is a more comedic episode, but it does introduce us to this little beauty right here. Now, his gimmick is that when you look into his eyes, you can see your worst nightmare. Oh my gosh, this is something I'd expect to see from an episode of Doctor Who. He acts as a more intimidating figure in a comedy-centered episode, right until the end when we find out he has first world problems too. Let me get this out of the way. I hate zombies. Zombies. Screw them. Zombies. They always creep me out, and when they decided to show up in the beginnings of Season 2, I cried in the inside. Screw them. They're intimidating little suckers, I'll tell you, and definitely an interesting first impression of the second season. They're extremely grotesque, and the animators were clever keeping them in the shadows to increase the ill factor. They don't have too much personality or intrigue other than the regular oddness that most zombies provide, but yeah, they do have a job and they do it well. They're here to scare, and I guess their lack of humanity makes them so. Screw zombies! The first ones we saw in the show, the Gnomes, are the original Lilliputians. In fact, the Lilliputians are a lot like the Gnomes. Same voice actor, little people, they're interested in Mabel, golf cart chases. Huh. I considered putting the Lilliputians on the spot because their different races do intrigue me, but they are kind of a copy of the Gnomes, so I have to put the Gnomes here instead. They were the first great twist of Gravity Falls. We were led to believe that the problem of the episode was the zombie, but when we found out that they were gnomes, ha 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 ha! It was built up in subtle ways and it was hilariously ridiculous. Go Gnomes, a great first impression of a great series. The ferocious beast of the Gravity Falls Lake. Gobblewonker is obviously a reference to the Loch Ness Monster. I think this monster was the first inkling that this show is capable of such huge scale. Being only the second episode of the show, it seemed like a huge leap from going from the such small gnomes to the humongous beast. Upgrade much? Yes, we do find out that the Gobblewonker is actually a robot controlled by McGucket to get attention, but hey, he actually does exist, so he still counts. Wait, what did I just read? I know the multi-bear is gentle and profound, but man. The Manataurs, the creatures of the man cave. These guys are so awesome, it's hilarious. Almost everything they say is so over-the-top manly that it's hard to crack you up. I'm surprised there wasn't a duke between these guys and Manly Dan. Sorry, multi-bear, but sometimes just pure testosterone pandering just wins out in the end. And that's why Michael Bay's still conning us. And class, this is how you use fear for comedy. Pixel animated, the sentient video game AI has the ability to move around your electrical devices. And she stalks Zeus and the real girl after pretty much claiming ownership of him. And once Melanie comes into picture, she goes all out to get rid of anyone threatening to take Zeus away from her. The show creators clearly had fun with this character, even taking inspiration from Five Nights at Freddy's. In hindsight, this is actually a real tragic concept, a program designed to be the perfect companion, constantly being shoved into cyberspace, completely alone time and time again. Anyone can go crazy with that. So whenever anyone asks me, hey, why don't you date? I show them characters like this for my reasoning. Yeah, that's it. Stop! Ooh, this guy is genuinely creepy, as in no jokes, minimal gags, just scary. And considering this is a Halloween special, it's fitting. Not only does he constantly talk about eating children, but it feels like that he genuinely enjoys doing so. And plus, with an awesome voice like that, you're pretty much destined to be an awesome bad guy.
There's only one way for you to avoid his fate. I need a treat. If you can collect 500 pieces of candy and bring it to me before the last jack-o'-melon goes out, I will let you live.
The Trickster also has an interesting design. He looks so much like the love child of Slenderman and No-Face from Spirited Away. Boy, when I look back at it, the Trickster probably single-handedly made the episode one of the most famous of the show. And for good reason, they put all their stops here. I love this guy, he's the ultimate quote maker. Ahem. Winners don't lose. The child gave me a taco. Ha ha ha, you fight like a girl who is also a baby. He's also animated in pixels, which definitely stands out, and also obviously inspired Giffany from Season 2. I hope he returns someday, as in maybe a sequel episode. There's a lot you can do for him, and screw it, I just want to hear him say more funny things. Mark Hamill brings us the Shapeshifter, who amps up the Trickster to dangerous levels. He has Wet tricking the team into thinking he was the offer back when we thought the Shapeshifter was just a wild animal, so it's a pretty big surprise when he went all creep on us. Ill. He's also kind of the hodgepodge of all the different kind of monsters, considering he can turn into any monster he lays eyes on. And considering he read book number 3, which also gives him an almost unlimited threat factor. Also, he's scary. Yeah, see that in your nightmares, son! Da 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 da! Pacifica Northwest. Haha, but no really, Bill Cypher. Okay, I know it's predictable, but of course it's everyone's favorite top hat wearing Dorito Dream Demon. He already had tons of build-up. He's been stuck in secret messages ever since the first episode, and in the Gravity Falls game, he even talked to us through some secret coding. And once we saw him, he was a riot. Voiced by the series creator himself, he goes all out in the wet compartment. Think Team 4-star Cell. Sarcastic, carefree, though he does have a temper side, and even kinda sadistic. He kinda gives me the creeps in the subtlest of ways, like his interest in self-inflicted pain and his amusement in plucking out deer teeth. Played for laughs, but also played for creepiness. He's also sly. For example, in that scene in Sock Opera, my new favorite episode by the way, when he was making a deal with Dipper, I had no idea what he was trying to pull, and I was even kind of urging Dipper to agree, even though I knew he would find some way to betray him. He takes people at their most desperate moments and thinks of demands that you can't see backfiring. Bill Cypher is like the devil! Oh no, Bill Cypher is the best thing ever! Thank you for watching my little Halloween video. I know I'm focusing on making my own cartoon now. But I still want to have these discussions with you. Also, I'm posting everything on my website before I post it on YouTube, so if you want to see it in advance and give me a little support, go to www.theimaginationplanet.com. I even do Cartoon Dog Stare, which this video is part of. It's where I personally blog about cartoon episodes and other cartoon topics. But enough tooting my own horn, have a beautiful day.